Okay.
Yeah, it's nice today.
Yeah.
Yesterday
Cool.
was bad.
It's smoky and nice over here.
So let's have some introductions. I know everybody, but Mikel, meet Bill and Rob.
Hello. Okay. Excuse me. Hello, Mikel. aka Ebony Rose Dark. I'm a very proud Caribbean LGBT human being, visually impaired, and I'm here to connect with people a little bit more closer to Burning Man and where it is really, and find out about what the experiences of other people of color, basically, going to Burning Man. That's me.
How you doing, Mikel? My
Cool.
name is Rob Smith. Everybody calls me Smitty. I'm from the Bronx, New York. I've been to 2 burns. And I'll tell you my story after Bill introduces himself.
Cool.
All right. I'm Bill. I live out in San Francisco. I run a camp called White Bronco, and Chris was a member with me about 2 years ago.
So Ebony, like I was saying to you guys, has like dived into Burning Man culture this year, like doing online parties with us, and like immediate like expressing and giving and like asking questions and curiosity, and like most asking so much about like what is this place, Black Rock City. I was wondering if we could take this chance to explore like any questions that Mikel has, and like also like Rob and Bill, like your perceptions of Black Rock City, like what took you there, what how did you get there, any difficulties, like what is it that like is so special?
For me, just coming from the darker side of things, to give you just some background on me. I'm from the Bronx, New York. I've had, I grew up in a single family home. Ran through the streets, had fun, enjoyed my life as best I could, but been the victim of all types of racial scenarios, been the victim of all types of police brutality scenarios, but still beat past all of that. I'm a very creative person. I work in the film industry. I dabble in photography. I've shot music videos. I do lighting. I do rigging. I'm good with my hands. What interested me and brought me to the burn was the art and the environment. I had no idea of the ratio of Black people to white people when I went, but I knew that's what the case was, because none of my Black friends knew anything about it. None of them, not a single one. None of them had even heard of it. But I was so intrigued by it and so interested in it that I did everything I could to get myself there. And for me, as a Black man in America from the streets, it's the most welcoming place I've ever been. Like color for the most part, the color disappears. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not a Black man out there. I'm Smitty. I am a Black man. They can recognize it. They can see it. But I'm Smitty. I'm an individual. I'm a person. I'm a human being. I have my own aura, my own energy, my own character. And I'm there. And they embrace me wholeheartedly for who I am. They look out for me. They take care of me. The art is amazing. The people are amazing. It's one of the best places I've ever been in my life. And I look forward to going to it every single year right there. And I've only been twice. And this year I'm so upset that I can't go. So yeah, it's unlike any place you've ever been, bro. Period. There's no way I can physically describe it. Like I can say you can take 20 of the best EDM clubs, Disneyland, Times Square, Juve, any major festive event, and just put it in one big pot and mix it up and just throw it against the wall, and that's Burning Man. Like it's so much of everything. It's an amazing place.
Wow.
Absolutely. Well said, Rob.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For me to actually hear someone else's vantage point, I'm Bill. I run a camp out there. It's called White Bronco. I love intersection. I love intersectionality. I like when culture socio economical, the celebrity, like everything that smacks right into each other. And society tries to make sense of it. So I figured create something completely ridiculous and like just see how many of these intersections can happen and how many intersections we can decipher. So instead of just being about culture, race, socioeconomic issues, let's take entertainment, science, and art. Let's add them to that dumpster fire, that car crash. Right in the middle of that intersection is White Bronco. Art and music and Burning Man is that. It's the teamwork. It's the community.
Yeah.
It's acceptance without acceptance. Without acceptance. You know, like you're gonna take me as I am. Like Rob was saying, you go in colorless, but your color, you can't not be black. You're gonna hit them in the face with it, or they're just gonna accept you as a person. And I can tell the people, even at Burning Man, when it does kind of hit them in the face, but it becomes an opportunity for a conversation out there. There are more people that are willing to have a conversation about it. I've been in the biggest party out of my mind, and then someone will come and you're like, I want to engage with you and I want to talk about this. And right then it's the most beautiful conversations. There's no defensiveness. There's no people talking over each other. It's just real listening. And I've never had that before. I've never had it. And take everything that you love and you can do it 1,000-fold out there. Like Rob was making the comparison to like an adult version. I forgot what you said, Rob, I'm sorry. But it is like an adult Disneyland.
Oh yeah. You know,
Ebony, response. What do you think?
You know what? I don't really feel I need to ask you any questions because I feel like both of you have given me everything I need to know. Yeah, that's plenty. It really is, and just to hear it from you both, experienced, and also the fact that one of you actually creates a camp, creates a space, and does what they love, and also Rob, with your experience of feeling accepted, feeling it's a happy place to be able to call.
I call it home, man. It's home for me right now.
To be able to call it a home is a big deal. It almost makes it sound inclusive.
It
really is.
Hey, can I throw something in there real quick?
Yeah.
Just an experience from my first year, right? Like, and I don't, I understand you're partially, visually impaired. I don't want to call it a disability, right? But my first year there, I would always stand at the front of my camp and just greet people as they came in. And some people assume, I said that in a letter. Some people assumed I was the bouncer or the doorman, and I'm like, dude, I'm having a ball right now. This is my camp. Like, I camp here. And they're amazed that I camp there, right? Yeah. But one particular night, a dude came to the door to the entrance of the camp in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Right? Paraplegic, paralyzed from the waist down. I think he had spinal injuries or whatever. But him and his friends asked if he can go in, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Everybody's included. Like, we're all in this together, right? And the dude, he rolled into the camp, and he rolled up to the bar, and people wanted to, people were being nice, and they wanted to help get him a drink. And he said no, he was fine. And he hit a button on his chair, and the button on the chair, like the whole seat and the backboard, it all, like, it made him stand straight up.
Oh yeah.
Like, the shit was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome. So he got his own drink himself. You know what I mean? And then he stood upright and just chilled out with people. Like, granted, they probably took a hell of a lot of money to fucking get a chair that does that. But but he was there. Wow. He was there and he was in it. So if he's there and he can be in it, you can do the same thing, brother. Like, the door is wide open for you.
Well, basically, it's the fact of putting yourself into places, taking yourself into places to represent, and others will follow unbeknown to the fact that you're there, but tell others about it as well. And maybe, hopefully, the whole organization will be inspired to promote themselves more widely, so that everybody.
A quick question
knows
before you
about it.
go.
Black, white, pink, green, whatever.
Mikel, what has been your
Sorry?
experience of doing the online parties, and how do you feel about Burning Man culture now? Like, from what you know.
How do I feel about it? Well, I feel
What
now,
has your experience
I feel
been?
better. I mean, my experience has been great. I mean, I've had little experience, but I joined. I had a few. I went to a few, and I felt, you know, I felt a part of something. It was great. You know, people are very open. People are interested, and that's been my experience. I haven't really experienced anything negative. I think that I would say the biggest thing for me, the most important thing for me is as well as being present as a person of colour, the next biggest thing is access, and I think that's something that, I mean, Rob, you said the word disability, and I know in America that there's worse words they use for disabled people. So that's that. I thank goodness. I'm very thankful you use that word and not another word, which I know they use, which is centuries years old, very old. We don't use it. It's abolished here. But so yeah. On that note, I have to go because I've got a phone call coming in, and I think my drink's probably seized up of Corona at the moment.
All right. Well,
All
we
right,
can all
man.
connect. We're all
Yeah,
connected.
it was a
on
pleasure.
Facebook now. We're all connected.
Yeah.
Very
Okay,
cool.
and let's talk in the messenger group.
But
All right.
anytime.
Pleasure
Pleasure
meeting
to
you.
these guys, Mikel.
Nice to meet you both.
All right. Go
All right,
enjoy
man.
the drink.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks,
Have a good
Sunshine.
night.
Thank you.
Good day.